Godfather of West Coast hip hop, and this is how we do it. From the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. From Eve after dark to concerts in the park, you are live with the Godfather of West Coast hip hop with a brand new show, folks. Something brand new coming from the East, coming from down South. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down, y'all. We are here, we are here, we are here. Yes, folks. I know some of y'all thought we was crazy. We had to go in an hour early just to get things set up, to make all the adjustments, all the different connections. So yeah, we are here. I'm a little early by myself. I started the show at 6:00, so I can talk to y'all, make sure everything is straight. Let my boy Dre get in here. Let my girl Bernadette get in here. Queen Bernadette, that is. We call the Queen Bee on the slide. We are here doing a brand new show hosted by myself and Dr. Dre of Your MTV Raps. Now, we're not trying to fool nobody with thinking it's Dr. Dre from NWA, $1 billion. No, 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 no. But yes, this is Dr. Dre from Your MTV Raps. He and I have been talking for a while about doing something together. And I realized that my Thursday show, sometimes I got guests, sometimes I don't. Dusty gets busy. But now I have a co-host from the East Coast. Co-host from the East Coast. That kind of works. Hey, folks, yes, that's Dr. Dre, veteran in the game, former host of Your MTV Raps, folks. Brother been dealing with life, has a full history, and we talking about all kind of stuff. We talking about music, health, grown man issues, because as we all get older, things change, folks. Things change. So we want to help you get through them changes. You know, we changing every day. My Jerry curl been gone now about 20 years. I ain't got a Jerry curl. I was looking at pictures today. I was scanning pictures from my Eve After Dark documentary. Yeah, I got one of them coming too. And I remember I had a big old Michael Jackson natural. Then I cut it down one time, and then I had the Jerry curl. Then I had the S curl. I had the pressing curl. Now I ain't got no curls. Okay, I ain't got no curls. So yeah, as we evolve as human beings, we slow down. We don't do things what we used to. We try to do them the best we can. But one thing about it, as you grow and mature, you get this thing called wisdom. And wisdom is something that, boy, only time can give you. Only knowledge can give you. Okay? And that's what Dre and I are bringing to the table. We're not bringing you basic bullshit. That ain't what we want to do. Bring you some wisdom, folks. Now, if you like wisdom, you like to listen to old men talk like I was a kid. And I was a kid. I love listening to old dudes talk. I love listening to old dudes talk, man, because you got so much game, and it put you so much fast, put you up so much better than your partners who wasn't listening. Okay, kept me out of the penitentiary, kept me out of jail. Now, I ain't never said I ain't never been to jail. I ain't never stayed no time. That's for damn sure. I've been picked up like everybody else, accused, booked, and fingerprinted and sent home, but I ain't had to do no time, okay? Because I understood, I learned, I listened how to keep your ass out of jail, okay? So yeah, folks, we are here to disseminate some wisdom from the East Coast and the West Coast. Because what we feel on the West Coast ain't gonna do with the East Coast and vice versa. It's snowing in the East Coast. We got a little cold, got a little snow about a grapevine, but for the most part, we can walk around in a hoodie and we good. They go outside in a hoodie, they'll freeze to death. Okay. So if you want some wisdom from some old veterans, check out Legendary Connects every Thursday from 6 until 7. We're gonna still have some guests on the show, but we're not gonna focus on that bullshit. We got enough people do the bullshit already. Okay, so hopefully, my folks who are here from the NWA stories with Lonzo, I got another channel on YouTube called the Legendary Connects. But again, sometimes we got to do what they call drop a verse or two, do a guest appearance. So I got a guest appearance. I got a guest appear on my own show to get viewers to watch the other show. Okay, so yeah, folks, we got multiple YouTube channels, multiple Facebook pages, and we broadcasted to all of them. I just counted. I am currently broadcasting on 11 platforms right now. I have multiple YouTube channels and multiple Facebook channels and a television channel. You swear I was Ted Turner, okay? As we wait for Bernadette and Dre to get here, um, that's just something I had to drop on y'all right quick, just to make sure you understood what we're doing. Dusty ain't going nowhere. He's still rocking with me on Tuesdays, and he'll probably pop it on the show from time to time as well. Um, but I like to keep down confusion and keep the story straight. Oh man, Lonzo dumped Dusty. Nah, Dusty ain't going nowhere. Uh, we just decided, I decided to do something different on Thursday. It's only so many days in the week. Dre and I are doing this show. I'm doing another show with some Mo brothers about strictly health issues. So I don't want to be here every day, all day. So I said I'm gonna give up my Thursday show that I was doing with the guest. Sometimes it gets hard to book, and bring on a permanent guest, co-host that could bring some value to the show along with some other guests. So yeah, folks, we just expanding. We just growing now. It's 2022, folks, and we growing. That's all it is to it. So yeah, as opposed to repeating the same thing over and over again, it may look the same. And we're gonna get a new backdrop and some other stuff. If I'm gonna change backdrops right now, hold on, I'm gonna change backdrops right now, so it won't look like Dusty show. Hold on there, me and Dusty show. There he is right there. Dr. Dre, I hear you.
Oh, did you just send me the new number?
I
Is that
sent you the new
Bernadette?
link. Yes, I sent it to Bernadette. I'm sorry,
Bernadette.
Bernadine. Oh my God, I'm fucking up.
Don't worry about it. All right, let me wait for it. I'll click on.
All right, cool.
Bye.
All right. And see, I got enough technology around here. I can do all kind of stuff. So yeah, that was Dre on the phone, making sure the link came through. I'm glad to see you already. We've been on the air for 7 minutes. We got 24 people online already, folks. That's beautiful. See you on Tuesday, everyone. Dusty, hey man, what's up with you, Dusty? One, I see you there. Yeah, Dusty, you'll be popping in from time to time as well, Doc. I will. You know me. You ain't going nowhere. You had my back. Shit. Better than what got your back? What got your back? Better than hair. I don't know. Anyway, much love. Salute to you too, Dusty. Silky D's in the house, Ladylike. That's what's up. It's exciting. Yeah. We don't have. I don't think we have enough maturity on social media. We got a lot of bullshit. We got some folks. We got some folks that start some shit. I like Kevin Samuels, but and based on how the internet is designed, you got to be controversial to get some real attention. But everything ain't controversial. Sometimes it's just about dropping some knowledge, and sometimes knowledge ain't controversial unless you just want to be a dumb son of a bitch. Then knowledge can be controversial. But most people want to learn something. And I'm not saying I know it all. I know a lot. I've been around for a long time, and hopefully dropping some knowledge on some folks and giving y'all some game will allow y'all to avoid some of them pitfalls of life. Okay. Air T says yes. A lot of bullshit. You damn right.
Bernadette joined.
Bernadette is here. Bernadette. Hello, darling. Queen B. Can you hear?
You got Dre on the phone?
He called, but he was waiting on the link. What's up, Mike? Oh, my boy, Andrew, Big Mike's in the house. What's up, Big Mike? Yeah, folks. Bernadette, we gotta do a picture of me and Dre for the show, so we can promote the show.
For a flyer?
Yeah, for a flyer for the show.
Okay.
Gotcha. And this show right here today was kind of we talked about it last week. We was actually gonna do it next week, but I ain't got nothing to do today on Thursday. This Thursday, I had nothing to do. I've been so preoccupied with Eve After Dark stuff. I didn't book a show this week, so I figured I would introduce what me and Dre plan on doing for the month of March. This is the last Thursday in February anyway. So
let me get him.
We're gonna start next week, but since we here, we rolling.
Is that your award that you got?
Yes. I got this a few minutes ago. I was supposed to go to Senegal in December, and COVID kept it from happening, and they just brought me my award today, and I'm proud of all my awards. It's
Congratulations.
you know, it's good to be recognized overseas. You know, that's a hell of a thing. You know, I think that's a hell of a statement for the brothers who've done their research. Man, they've been to the house. They interviewed me at the house for their podcast back in Senegal, and Senegal, and they have their own hip hop community down there, and I'm well respected in it. I'd like to go and visit one day. Hopefully, after this COVID thing, I can
I
make.
love it because I've been amazed at how much love is out there overseas for hip hop.
Yeah, yeah. I need to go and get me some overseas love. I don't feel loved in America. I'm lying.
Because the Dr. Dre thing in the UK, if I before I can explain who Dr. Dre is, they tell me. They cut me
What?
off and say, "We know who Dr. Dre is. We know who Ed Lover is. We know about
Wow.
the other guy too. No shade though, but
Right.
they know because they have a story about how hip hop was introduced to them, being a little white guy in Britain or something like that,
Right.
loving hip hop
Okay.
because of Dr. Dre
I think
and Ed Lover.
the biggest response I ever got in my life. I went to England. I played at Wembley Stadium. It was me, Mix a Lot, Grandmaster Flash Furious 5, Africa Mambata. We all flew over. They flew us all over in the same boat, same plane, same boat, and stayed in the same hotel. And we went to Wembley Stadium and played the show. We got a response
Dr. Dre,
like
and now it's stuck joined.
we got a response like the Beatles. Blew me away. Dr. Dre, he still can't hear me. Bernadette, talk to him. Bernadette, you freeze up on me, girl? Yes, you did. I'm gonna call Dre. Bernadette, can you hear me? Bernadette. Okay, she can't hear me either. So I call Dre. We'll start talking. Put him on mute over here.
Hello?
Got you, Doc.
Dr. Dre, can you hear me?
He's in the mix.
I hear
now.
you on the phone. Yeah, I don't hear you on the video.
Yeah, you got me in your headphones, right?
Yes.
All right, folks, we doing the show now. Montana Max, I see you, baby. Much love to you. Much love to you.
Can you see me on the video?
Yeah, I got you on the video, Doc.
But I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you.
You can't hear me on the phone either.
No, I hear you on the phone, but I can't hear you on the video.
Well, we'll work it. We got you on the phone. That's a start there.
Okay, well then we
We'll
march
rock that one
forward.
today. All right, what's up
Okay.
with you folks? How y'all doing today, man? Everybody good? I'm talking. Ain't nobody responding. Hold on there. Make
Oh,
sure.
you talking to us or you talking to the
I'm
people?
talking to you.
People watching?
I'm talking to
Oh
you.
man, I couldn't tell. I thought you said we were moving. I said, okay, moving forward.
Oh,
Then I
brother.
can hear you then.
Okay, fantastic. That's a good thing.
Go on.
Oh no, I was just telling folks what the plan was, man. You know, we were talking about doing something for a while, and by doing that, but you know, the conversation we had last Friday, I didn't have a guest today, and I said I'm gonna call Dre up. Let's get this introduce it today to the folks. We got to do a flyer and some
Okay.
other stuff, do some social media stuff, but
Absolutely.
for the most part, today is an informal introduction. What's what they call in the club business called a soft opening.
Oh no, that's what they say in Las Vegas.
Vegas called
You
it
get the
yeah,
soft opening.
soft opening.
See, I was gonna get a T-shirt and draw on it with a crayon or magic marker, and that would be a real soft opening.
Real soft opening, but right now
that would be an extraordinary opening.
that's
That'd be an incredible connect.
what we here today for. Hey man, how you feeling over there, Dre?
I'm feeling good, man. It's just one of those days and one of those nights. Where would I be without Alonzo? What can I say?
I think that's something. Oh, that's so sweet. Bernadette, how you doing over there, darling?
Well, that wasn't sweet. Don't say sweet. Okay.
Bernadette, are you hearing me? Are
I
you
think
just
we lost Bernadette.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
No, not connecting. We lost Bernadette.
Bernadette? Stay on now. You part of this conversation too.
That's right.
Yeah, I want you to coordinate with some of the
I
people.
think you did all this on purpose.
I did.
Mhm.
I did. This ain't no accident.
He was trying to coordinate.
Make sure I stayed on here.
He's got the
I'm
mushroom
here.
belt on.
Mississippi.
He got the mushroom
The
lining in it.
glue.
He got the mushroom hat.
You damn right.
He's all mushroomed out.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jay Witherspoon.
I see all my folks is here. Montana Max, what's up with you? What's up with you, Montana Max? Montana Max said you are a cutie. Here she goes. She got fans already. Here it come.
Uh-oh.
Here it come.
Thank you, Montana from Mississippi.
Said, what's up?
I'm in on it too.
They say, what's up Dr. Dre? Miss
She gotta get closer. She gotta get closer to the camera. I can't see you that well.
Hush.
I'm
You know
joking.
I look good. I'm turning to the left, Dr. Dre. Turning to the right, Dr. Dre. Check me out.
Turn to the left, turn to the right. Make up your mind.
Lady Like is in the house, folks. That's my girl Silky D. Much
Hey,
love to
lady.
you, baby. Hey man, look here. This is strictly impromptu. We have no pre-discussed subject matter for the day. The show is not even.
We're improv.
We're
rolling on the improv.
We improving, but we like wilding out. We just improving right now. Okay.
It's a freestyle. We're
Digital
freestyling
Soapbox.
like,
I see you, baby. Thank you very much.
we're freestyling like Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
We're just invading the Ukraine.
Woo.
What can I say?
We invading the internet right now. Okay.
There it is. We're from the west side, the middle side, well the middle of the road, and then we're going to the east side. So we're all over the place with this. It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a great connect, a legendary connect.
Yes, well, that's what we called it. Legendary Connects, folks.
That's right.
Legendary
Legendary
S.
Connects.
With an S.
Legendary Connects.
I
Okay.
think I'm gonna get a shirt.
Okay, I'm typing it now. The flyer is on its way.
So you better than me because I'm trying to lose some weight. I ain't gonna wear no shirts in the summertime.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, am I looking sexy?
I'm
looking extra sexy.
I'm trying to lose about 20 pounds, so I can just burn up all my shirts for the summertime. I ain't wearing no shirts.
I can't help you on that one. I'm doing my best to keep my exercise program tight and make sure that I don't fall asleep tonight.
I'm walking.
Keep up the leg lifts and the stomach crunches and all the other good stuff.
I'm walking. I'm exercising. I cut out meat this week. I'm not eating no more chicken, no more fish. No more chicken. I've been cut out beef.
Slow down. Say that slowly again.
Yeah, slow down.
All the meat.
I'm cutting out all the meat. I'm trying to get back to my fighting weight. You know, I'm at 255. Okay.
Are you 255?
I'm 255. I should at least be about 225. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say I'm 250 then, because I'm shorter than you. At least in my mind, I am. I'm 250 in my mind. So you're cutting out the chicken, and that's got to be hard.
It is.
With all the chicken commercials that you see everywhere, when you drive down the road, there's somebody flinging a chicken.
Man, look.
And you're on the west side, so you got Roscoe's Chicken. And
man,
that's gotta suck you right in. I don't really want to go to Roscoe's, but I'll just go there so I can watch them pour the gravy on the chicken. I won't eat it. I'll just watch.
Well, y'all can have it. I'm not telling my weight. I'm in the South. We love to eat down here. So, Dre,
that's how I got fat in the first place. Mess around down south.
Y'all.
When I was on tour back in the day, we spent most of our time down south, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and I drove down there slim. I came back home fat. Okay. And you
came back home full.
I came back home full. Okay.
I gotta tell you, I'll tell you a quick York TV rap college course story. Ed and I did a show down in Mississippi, and I forgot what part it was, but the college, like Ed and I had a ridiculous rider because we acted like we had 75 people on tour with us. Okay. And it was really like 4 of us. It was me, T-Money, Ed, and the guy that put the tour together. So we made them have pans and pans of food, just in case anybody came out with us. But people didn't come out with us in the beginning because they didn't think it was going to work. So we went to this college in Mississippi. Can't remember the name of it, but I know it was down there in the Delta. And they bought us pans and pans of fried chicken, barbecue chicken, barbecue ribs, pork and beef. And we were like, huh? And then they bought us like pans of hot dogs and hamburgers. And we were like, why did you make all this food? They said, "Oh, we saw your rider," and they said you had 75 people that were traveling with you. So we just figured we made food for 150 people.
Wow.
We looked at that food, and the first thing they said is, "Dre, don't even think about it." I said, "Why y'all always pointing at me?" And we took trays and trays of food home with us. We made them pack it up.
Wow.
So when we got to the airport, we gave it out to people.
Much
And people
love
just
to you,
looked at us like we
Marlon.
were crazy.
I see you, Marlon. I see you, baby. Thank you for very much. Man, you know what? Down
Hey, they
south.
said Dr. Dre Montana said, "Are you still cool with Ed Lover?" That's Doctor Dre.
I spoke to Ed Tuesday.
We gotta get
Always cool with that.
we're gonna bring Ed on the show one of these days, real soon, Doc.
That's like dismissing my right arm. You can't just take your right arm off.
Yeah, we're gonna bring Ed on the show. I want to ask Ed about slapping shot at Easy E. I saw that
Uh
saw
oh.
that video and I said, "Oh, he did. Oh, wow." Yeah, okay. And Ed, see,
So you and it looked it up.
I looked it up. And I saw and I even saw Ed, he was kind of trying to clown him on the turn off the lights move, and everybody trying to act like they didn't make the record. How you gonna unmake the record? Fool, there's already a hit. But it's all good. Oh no, don't talk about that. You
But
know?
wasn't Dre looking so chummy with everybody though?
Huh?
Lonzo, wasn't Dre looking chummy with everybody though?
He was kind
Looked
of
like
nice.
he left Ed
Kind of
out
extra
there
nice.
to hang.
He looked
It
extra
wasn't
nice.
about being. You know what it was, Lonzo? It wasn't about being nice. Is that nobody knew everybody personally,
Okay.
and we were getting to know each other personally.
Okay.
So you didn't know what move to make, and Easy. R.I.P. Rest in power, my brother. We had a love for him, but you know how it is when you're the shortest guy in the game, you're usually the roughest guy in the game. Very rarely, you take it on the chin. So we were trying to find ways to make him laugh. We were trying to find ways that we could break him because Easy had that look sometimes where he looked like if he blinked too hard, somebody would jump up and take you out. We were like, nah, we're gonna make him laugh.
Okay, I was
We're
looked
gonna
like you was pretty cool.
bit of laughter out of that, and that's what we did.
Easy was probably, and I never saw it. And all the time he was around, I never saw him mad. I've seen him.
Never was bad.
I never saw him get
But he-
mad. I just saw him play games with people. He was always fucking around. Excuse me, Bernadette. I know you don't like that messing around.
I don't have to echo and say what you're saying now because I'm a preacher's kid, so I can't.
Oh, that's what's wrong. I mean, that's what. No, messing with you.
Well,
That's it.
Bernadette,
Okay.
No, that's why I love you though, because what do we say? If I hear an F-bomb every now and then, I can trust you.
Oh yeah. Every once in a
That's
while, you
true.
gotta drop one to keep the trust level up. Okay.
yeah, let everybody know you're there in the room.
Yeah, Cali boy. Myself, I see you, Cali boy. Hey.
Easy was a practical joker.
Yeah, all the
He was
time.
and I've been on tour
People
with him,
don't get
and I've been
that.
around him. He was a practical joker.
People want to make him out to be some super gangbanger, some super thug. Easy, everything he did was pretty much calculated. He was always
Mhm.
testing to see how far he can go before somebody called him on the carpet. Okay, I talk about the interview he did with Arsenio Hall. Came out in the robe. Okay, he put his feet up on the pedestal, and Arsenio clowned his feet. He got embarrassed as hell and took his feet down. Okay. All Arsenio said was he looked at his feet, camera hit his feet. He said, feet are an interesting thing. Because Easy always wore tennis shoes, and his feet looked like they was goddamn webbed. It was super flat. They looked like they was almost webbed sometimes. Okay. And Arsenio clowned him a little bit, and he got a little self-conscious and took his feet down. But you have to know Easy to know what you have to know him to understand it. What's up, Phyllis? Phyllis knew him like the back of her hand because she was his publicist. Phyllis Pollock in the chat room. What's up, darling? How you doing, babe? That was his publicist for years and a close friend, and she knew him very well. So we all knew people that knew him knew that he was a real cool dude, and he played a role very well. And there's no disrespect. That's the part. Oh man, that's not disrespectful. I'm just keeping it 100. But if you want to believe,
See, people gotta learn. There's like when people make records, you do videos, and you put out a certain persona. You're doing that to attract an audience and give people an image of yourself. But when the cameras are down and there's nobody there, we're all behind the scenes and we're having a good time. People, you let the persona go and you become you and you just have fun. He was a guy that liked to have fun. Believe me, I know about the wet. I was there and I got the Wet and Wild video that we did, at that pool party, which is woo off the chain, off the chain for many years. People been trying to get a copy of that video that I made when we were there. And again, it was because we were all relaxed. We had a good time. We got to know each other, and we took down all the gruff exterior, and we became cool. We just let the coolness ride.
Wow.
And that's why we got along so well.
Willie Moore, I see you. Willie Moore, I was in my crate today. One of my guys in the chat room just stepped in, and I found some pictures of you and Booker in the studio. I'm gonna send them to you when I get through tonight. I was scanning pictures. Oh, he gonna love this right here. Willie Moore live in the studio at Lonzo's house with my man Booker. Rest in peace, Booker. But yeah, folks, I didn't make them parties, man, because I knew damn well I'd get in trouble. Okay, I'd get in trouble.
Look,
It still be talking about my butt.
I've done so many of those parties, and one day when I should say now it's going to be called, I call it a docu-comedy we're doing, because I wrote a book about some of the stuff that I did. Then I wrote a book about the stuff I did before I got to Yo MTV Raps, and I said, you know what, we need to make this a docu-comedy because it's funny. There's some really shocking moments, but I decided let's just turn this into that because I can express the story better than just laying it out in a book and you can hear it on an Audible. This way you get to see it, you get to hear it, and you get to laugh and joke with us about it. Because we had a lot of good times with it. There were some times where it got a little rough, but guess what? That was part of growing up with it. And big shout out to my man Hurricane. He just gave me a buzz on Tuesday also.
Okay.
He used to DJ.
That's cool. Hey, and Dr. Dre also, somebody, Air Teeth said that they see Ed on DJ Vlad TV. And both of y'all were on Vlad TV, right?
Yes. I think Ed does
DJ
some
Vlad
correspondence
TV on YouTube.
on Vlad TV. Yeah.
All right, well, shit, that's what I'm talking about, man. Man, time go by fast. We've been on there 27 minutes already. We got a half hour.
That's 30. It? Just 27 minutes?
We've been on there for 27 minutes already, man.
Hold on a minute.
Woo.
It's time. Beef jerky break. Beef jerky time.
What's this? Lonzo is your boy Steele. What's up, Steele? First off, much love to you both. Pioneers, I got a question for Dr. Dre. I talk to you all the time, Lonzo. No problem. Would you be willing to be in a doc about Yo Raps? I guess Yo MTV Raps.
Yes.
Yeah, documentary about Yo MTV Raps, Dr. Dre.
I can't tell you about that because that's something happening behind the scenes right now that we're putting together. And big shout out to my man Ralph McDaniels of Video Music Box. I did an interview with him last week, and we were talking about it. And Ed, myself, and T Money, we are putting one together right now. An interesting documentary about what we did on Yo MTV Raps. I think y'all gonna like it.
Did y'all make a lot of money doing that, man? Y'all millionaires off that, right?
We ain't make no millions off. That was MTV, ladies and gentlemen. MTV. See, we were the ones that ushered in the get paid era because they practiced on us. You know, we were the early stages. We were the first round of the Harlem Globetrotters.
Okay.
Not the 20th round. But no, we made a pretty good salary. We can't complain about that. But honestly, when we were doing it, we were the first. And when you're the first and you're putting the city up, you usually get some credit, but you don't get the check the same way it is now.
Dude, thank you. You don't get the check, man. You know, when you out there trying to be a pioneer, pioneers don't get paid the same way that the players behind them get paid. You know, Dr. J didn't make none of the money that Michael Jordan made. He was a good player. He was everybody's inspiration. He didn't get the same kind of money Jordan got that Jordan made. You know?
No, but it was also a different era. Julius Dr. J. Irvin played in one of the greatest leagues in basketball history, the ABA, the American Basketball Association. And I was a ball boy for the New York Nets, not the Brooklyn Nets, but the New York Nets. They used to play at the Nassau Coliseum on Long Island. I was a ball boy for them because I was always at the games. And because the way the league was structured, they didn't make the kind of money that the NBA was making. And they didn't have the television contracts that the NBA was making. Just like the NBA then, back with Walt, Clyde Frazier, and even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor. They made good money, but not the money that they made in the 80s and in the 90s because everything went up. And as everything went up, the contracts went up, the agents went up, the sneakers went up. So it was just a different time. So when we came on the MTV, MTV was notorious for not paying people money. But you want to know more about that? You're gonna have to watch our documentary. And
Ha
it's no slight to MTV. It's just that's the way it really was. Big shout out to my man Peter Darty, rest in peace, and of course Ted Demme, rest in peace, producer of Yo MTV Raps, big
Oh
executive
goodness, this is a good question.
Yo MTV Raps to America.
Sorry.
Digital Soapbox, I see you, Doc. Much love. Digital Soapbox Network, I see you. Much love to you folks. You know, it's Dre, you've been in the game how long? 40, 35, 40 years?
Pretty much.
I've been
in since I was 16 years old.
Okay.
and I'm 18 now.
Okay, so you got a good 35 years. Okay.
Yeah, I got some time. I've carried crates, dug in crates, hung up posters, did parties. Party with New Edition when they first came out. Candy Girl. Big up to the Roller Castle in Elmont. Oh yeah, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. I mean, the list goes on. UTFO. I mean, Roxanne Shante. The list goes on and on and on. Big Daddy Kane.
Now you know
Run
what?
DMC.
Now here,
Hello, Cool J. Yes.
now here, all that what you did. Now here on the other side, my first gig in California, in LA, was with New Edition. My first promotion, one of my first club promotions with Curtis Blow, one of your buddies. My first first other concert was Run DMC. Bought them their first ticket to Los Angeles. They played Eve After Dark. I never worked with Big Daddy Kane, but I damn sure worked with LL Cool J and some other folk and the UTFO back in there. We was always touring together, Force MDs, and every time we talk, every time you and I talk. We ain't on camera. It's like we lived parallel lives, but it was so far apart, you know. And it was
very interesting.
Yeah, and that's why we're here today, folks. A lot of polarity, but also a lot of a lot of similarities.
But that's good because this gives us all the stories to tell now, and that's why we're Legendary Connects.
And I tell people all the time, if you're in this game, it's nobody else's responsibility to tell your story. Nobody don't know but you. I can't tell. I've been knowing Dre for what God knows how long. I can't tell Dre's story. I can tell you what I know.
Lonzo and Dre. Here's a question.
Go for it.
Caliboy wanted to know, Dr. Dre, do you think the East Coast and West Coast beef would have been under control if Yo MTV Rap Head was around at that time? That's for both of y'all, I think.
I'll answer that with two simple sentences. There would have been no East Coast, West Coast beef if Yo MTV Raps was still in place. That was MTV's fault. The one thing about Yo MTV Raps, and I'm gonna cut it short after this, and you gotta watch the movie about it, is we represented everyone equally.
Yeah.
Equally. There was no radio stations the way they are today. When I went to the West Coast, I hung out with Greg Mack. I knew about him. My partner, Greg Royal, who was also known as the Mixed Master G in the Turntable Orchestra, born and raised in Newcastle in New York with myself. And no, we didn't polarize from one side of the country to the other side, the North and the South. And anytime you watch Yo MTV Raps, never did it say, oh yeah, and from Cali, oh yeah, and from here. We said, nope, that's NWA. Nope, that's Run DMC. Nope, that's Outkast. Nope, that's Two Live Crew. And we let you decide. Ghetto Boys, we just let you decide. We let the audience enjoy the videos, the music, and the artists. But no, there would have never been that argument.
How long your show last?
8 years. 8 years.
From what time to what?
1989. 1989, the number. Another summer.
Okay, to about 87.
1995. 1995.
But Death Row was in full effect by the time you guys wrapped up.
Oh yeah, But see, we were unique. Ed and I were unique because as we were winding down Yo MTV Raps, we started Hot 97 in New York, which became the biggest morning show that beat Howard Stern in the ratings.
Okay.
Let me express to you what the East Coast West Coast thing. I blame that on two magazines. The Source magazine and Vibe magazine.
Yep.
That's what I blame it on. Because the headlines and the comparisons they drew to sell magazines caused the rift. Now, some people would say it was Tupac getting shot at Quad Studios. No, because when the truth came out about it. That's not what happened.
Hmm.
And it was that people were just speaking, and Pac was angry, and Suge flew out to New York and got Pac to sign with Death Row. And then Pac went on a rant to wipe out everything East Coast and to wipe out Biggie and Bad Boy, because it was Dr. Dre and Ed Lover who hosted the Source Awards when Snoop and Suge came out, and they were worried about New York booing Snoop, and Snoop said, "Y'all hate Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg?
Ain't no
Y'all
love
ain't
for
got no
Dr.
love for New
Yeah.
York?" And it wasn't about that, and we were the ones that calmed that down. The thing is, there were some people who like to pour gas on the fire, and that's not wasn't cool. It never was about that. So that's why I never come in this game with anger to a coast or to what part of the South you're from, or if you're from the mid part of the country. No, we looked at it all across the board the same way.
Hmm.
So when we left MTV, they realized they made a mistake. But we were killing it on radio. So and we did radio from 1993 to 1998 in New York at #1.
Wow.
But again, because we don't own it, you know, the powers that be make excuses when they want to let you go.
It's amazing. They'll let
Especially
you
when
go.
you say, "I need to get paid."
Right. Right. Long as you working for free, you are all right. But when you since you
You're,
want some
you're the
money,
happy. As soon as you ask for what you worth and you deserve, then all of a sudden, with problems working with you, you're difficult, you're this, you're that. Because there's no secret that it was Ed and I who came up with what you saw on Yo MTV Raps.
okay.
Ted was the producer. He helped put it on the screen. But Ed and I came up with the ideas, and T Money, we came up with all that stuff, the visual parts you saw. We also programmed all those videos.
Mm.
There was no, so when we were dealing with a lot of politics that people didn't know about
Okay.
and why certain things broke. So you gotta wait for the book. You gotta wait for the docu. I call mine the docu comedy. You gotta wait for the big Yo MTV Raps.
When
What
when can
about
we
this question, Dr. Dre? How
Well,
long did it take
as we
to
keep the
shoot
show going.
Who's the Man?
so say it again,
You
babe?
shot Who's the Man?
That's from Marlon.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do two things. Lonzo will keep doing it and letting everyone know as we do this show, and we make sure the legendary connects will break it when it first comes out.
All right.
Because we'll do some shows about
Legendary
it.
connects with an S.
People got to pay attention to us right here. Who's the Man was shot in what about 6 to 10 weeks, I believe it was, in Harlem, in the cold.
Damn.
That's the one thing I always remember about
And
Who's the
Lonzo,
Man.
you're getting a lot of love about the Super Bowl. This
It
is
was
So what, babe?
in the cold and a lot of cameos too.
I ain't
Yes.
getting no movies back in the day, man. None.
No, I think Bernadette said you got a lot of love from the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Tell everybody. No, wait a minute, Lonzo. What was it like being out there with 75 ravaging fans and that incredible halftime show as you saw Eve After Dark on that set with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, guest starring 50 Cent and Eminem? How does that make you feel when you saw Eve After Dark on that building?
Man.
What did that make you feel like?
I was sitting in the theater, a little private theater, with some more folks who I didn't know, and I just got to eating some potato chips, and a tear ran down my face. They said, "You all right?" Because they didn't know what was going on. I said, "Man, I got some salt on I got some this barbecue sauce on my hand, or whatever it was." Yeah, I'm all right. And dude, it was like for me, I find myself, man. My son plays drums. He's been playing since he was 4 years old. Anytime my kids do something great, dude, I'm a sensitive son of a bitch. I can't help it. It'll bring a tear of pride to my face, man. And you don't boo-hoo, but you're like, damn, man, son of a gun did it. Okay,
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing.
and it was the same
That
thing.
was wow.
To see somebody that
You didn't barbecue sauce in your eye, did you?
I know I had some on my fingers so I could play it off. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
but,
you had some of that Coke Cali barbecue sauce. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was able to play it off with that.
Go
but
ahead.
to see somebody that you had been around so long and damn near raised. I bought Dre his first car, drum machines, keyboards, everything. I mean, when he was came to me when he was about 17 years old, and
Mm-hmm.
I was the big homie, the dad, the boss. I was all that. And like when he wanted a car, I had a car. He wanted it, RX-7. I had to co-sign. I had to lie to the finance company and so I could co-sign. Say I was his uncle, so I could co-sign for him.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
He went to jail. I went to got him when he called me first. Okay, he called his mom. He called me. And when I did get him out of jail, he got mad. So, but again, that was the same tough love my daddy showed me. Okay, my daddy told me, you
Right.
going to jail. I know I'm not. You going to jail. You in California. You're a black man in California. You gonna go to jail. I'm gonna come get you out twice. The third time, either you too stupid to figure it out, or you must like it in there. I ain't gonna get you out no more. And Dre, I got him out twice. Third time, I told him, I said, hey man, we ain't got no studio time. We ain't got no studio sessions. We don't have no gigs. Call me in the weekend.
Tough
You be out.
love.
He didn't like that at all. Oh hell no.
Woo.
So
Now
go
let me
ahead.
ask you a simple question. Since you're describing your relationship with Dr. Dre from Aftermath and Eminem and Snoop Dogg, what was it about Dre that you said there's something special about that young man, and he's gonna move forward like no other around me? What was it about him?
It really wasn't apparent, but at one point Dre was so focused at being bigger than Herbie Lovebug. Herbie Lovebug was the man. He was the man of for the East Coast. He was the producer of Salt and Pepper. He had everybody cracking. He was focused
He
on
had
me.
Whistle.
Yeah,
He
Wilson. Right,
had
right.
he had Kid and Play. He
Right.
had no, yeah, he had quite a
He
few.
had quite a few.
I know
He
her,
was
her very
he
well.
was kicking hit. He was kicking hits left and right. And Dre wanted to be bigger than he wanted to be bigger than Herbie Lovebug. And I'm like, oh man, okay, cool. So I was already in the quest for making records, and he just kind of took over my studio. I bought drum machines, and I have literally very seldom, if ever, programmed a full beat by myself. I couldn't because
Mhm.
they'd take over my shit. I'd go spend $2,000 on a drum machine, and before I can get out the box, they didn't took it from me and just hijacked it. Same thing with keyboards, and same thing with everything. So I was a provider of a lot of stuff, and to see him take that stuff that he learned messing with me and do something like do what he did, and then on top of that, say thank you in front of the world, dude. You man, that was a hell of an
That was a
experience, dude.
blessing.
That was a serious blessing. People always
That
say,
was
"Man,
a
you and
very
Dre
good blessing.
cool." Me and Dre ain't got no problem. Like I said, he live in Malibu. I live in Gardena. That's a long distance between Malibu and Gardena. I ain't got no reason to go to Malibu. He ain't got no reason to come to Gardena. Ain't nobody mad. It's just
So
we don't cross
let me tell
paths.
you something. Let me tell you something. Your paths will cross again,
Oh yeah.
and you'll give each other a big hug. And you know why? Because that early days of leaving him in there on that third strike, he's gonna look at you and say, you ain't let me out. That was messed up. But it was good for me because I learned.
Yeah.
And that's all it came down to. And I remember the first time I met him. Now I've known about Dre since the World Class Record Crew.
Okay.
Like I said, a good friend of mine moved to Cali. His name was Greg Royal. He's also one of the people that helped put the Chronic together, Mix Master G and the Turntable Orchestra.
Okay.
He was a very talented musician. And to watch that growth, and people say, well, how come that Dre did this and you didn't do that? Because he wasn't blessed enough to be signed to Def Jam. And I can't tell you that story till you get to my book or my docu-comedy about that. Because I produced a lot of records for a lot of folks under my name because they wouldn't let me put Dr. Dre on the label.
Mm.
I had to use
Wow.
my name. So when you look at Run DMC's Raising Hell
Okay.
album, the song Proud to Be Black was written by the original concept. And my name is on there. But politics didn't allow me to put Rapper G's name on there or T Money's name. Because we wrote the music. I did the beat. He did the shaker. I always tell him that. He hates when I say that. He did the shaker on it. And Rapper G did the lyrics. And we wrote it in a night. And we brought it back to them. And we never thought it was going to make the album. And Jam Master Jay did the scratches and stuff on it. But the whole concept of the song, from beginning to end, was us. And
Wow.
when you do stuff like that, and I was on the Beastie Boys album, I do a song called Girls with the Beastie Boys, T Money and I, our vocals on there, as well as Mike Diamond from the Beastie Boys is on the Original Concepts album. and the song we got called "She's Got a Mustache." We all collaborated together. But I'm
Horrible.
gonna say this, but you see this on a Black interview. What I say about Rick Rubin, and I say it with no disrespect. I say it with pure, unadulterated. That's what really happened, and I don't like to make up stories about the truth. And now people try to go, oh well, you really were kind of each doing something. No, the 808 bass sound, sustained bass sound, I created in my house. Period. And Chuck D calls me the guy who
Miami
trap
Bass.
music for that reason. That's why Luke and Two Live Crew say, "Yep, it was Can You Feel It?" Acknowledge me that we played, and that's why on NWA's record, Gangsta Gangsta and Boys in the Hood, Dre and them sampled from Original Concept.
Right.
Because we heard that Knowledge Me out when we put that out on Def Jam, it was like a huge hit for everybody there because we started with Yo Cuz, Yo Cuz, and it was like we didn't realize what we were saying was like a big thing over here
Right.
on the West Coast. It's just what we did, and those songs became very big underground hits. And when I got into a confrontation with Rick Rubin, as far as putting music out, after I bought Public Enemy and got them signed up Def Jam, he and I butted heads on a lot of things. So that's why there was a difference between West Coast Dr. Dre, East Coast Dr. Dre. But when you hear the theme music for Yo MTV Raps, I did that.
Okay. Cali boy, I
So-
see you over there. Thank you very much. Lonzo, I still can't believe the game wasn't a part of the halftime show. Is he the black sheep of Aftermath? He's one well-dressed prodigy. Okay. I get that, but I don't get that. Yeah. Hey, what's
You
that?
have to ask the other Dr. Dre about that.
Yeah. The game wasn't a part. Oh, the game. Okay, the game. Oh, yeah.
The game, the artist, the game.
Right. Yeah. In fact, I talked to his
The
mom.
game at the game.
I talked to me and his mom. Me and the gang's mom are super cool. We've been cool forever. I just spoke to her.
Let me ask you a
Go
question,
ahead.
Lonzo, because you always hit me questions. How close knit was it out in Compton and in Long Beach when this hip hop rap music phenomenon began? Because when we first heard about rap artists out here from watching the Breaking movies 1 and 2 with Boogaloo Shrimp and company, and then we knew of the LA Dream Team, and we knew about you guys, World Class Wrecking Crew, and we knew about Egyptian Lover. How was the scene created out here? Because I can tell you about the 5 boroughs and Long Island and Nassau and Suffolk, but how did the scene out here develop?
All of us were dance promoters, man. We were dance promoters. That was our introduction to hip hop was through giving dances. In the 70s, mid 70s, 73, 74, and I was in high school. Everybody started giving dances because schools stopped giving them. So we wanted to keep on partying. So a lot of the youngsters got together. We'd be in a hotel room or banquet hall and give dances. And by 70, when I got out of high school in 75, I went straight to broadcast school, and that was right in the middle of the disco era. So we was giving what they call disco dances. And that was
if you watch Car Wash, it's disco dance.
Right, disco dance. Exactly. Okay, we was giving disco dance. Okay, but we also had the Lockers. Locking was out here. Locking was our dance introduction to hip hop. It wasn't called hip hop in LA and on the West Coast at that time. We were just giving parties and giving dances. In fact, my partner Vic from dance group World Flush, he says pop locking is not really a part of hip hop at first, because they was pop locking to Cameo and Firecracker and shit like that. So even my club Eve After Dark, we first opened, it was only like 1 or 2 hip hop songs. I mean rap songs. Curtis Blow's Christmas Rap, Curtis Blow Rappers Delight. And we had
Were you big fans of Africa Bambaataa and Soul Sonic Force?
We love Africa Bambaataa and Soul Sonic Force, but
with, Planet Rock,
all that right there, that was our shit back then. But we still,
that's huge.
I was looking at some old flyers, and none of my flyers reflected anything on hip hop, because we didn't become. I don't think we didn't really get into really hip hop until maybe maybe 81, 82. Because even after dark, man, our biggest crowds were our biggest songs were a lot of R&B songs. You got to understand, with us, we had a big disco following. Even after dark, I was playing KC and the Sunshine Band and some Leo
What
Sayer
about the
and
Daz Band? What
playing
about
the
the Daz
Daz
Band?
Band and
Love the
Cameo and
Daz
Funk
Band.
Funk and all that shit right there. All
Yeah.
those were the songs that opened the Eve After Dark up, and then um, Rappers to Light came out the same right around the same time as Knee Deep, and them was two of the hottest songs for a long time, dude. And
Yeah.
both of them was 15 minutes long.
It was the best. It was the
So
best.
it wasn't until later on that we started really got into hip hop. Okay, um, we started breaking out Run DMC and like I say Curtis Blow, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Did you bring out Houdini too?
I didn't bring out Houdini. Uncle Jam's Army brought out Houdini. I got pissed off the first time I brought out Run DMC because Russell had them play with Uncle Jam's Army, which was defeating my purpose. I'm trying to kick their ass for the sports arena. He turned around and cut a deal with them to go to the sports arena the next goddamn night. I'm like, how the fuck you gonna do that? Then he lied and said they were supposed to be in Pomona. Then I found out because he cut a deal with Uncle Jam. It pissed me off. And I thought about this because he told me they couldn't do that Saturday. They was going to be in Pomona, okay, which is 50 miles from LA, no problem. But it ended up being with Roger and Uncle Jam's Army at the sports arena, and that's right down the street from my shit. And me and Russell we didn't get into it, but we had a problem because hey man, I ain't booking nobody else. You can't do that shit to me. And plus, nobody was paying any airfare. I had to pay the airfare, the hotels, every goddamn thing. And Roger didn't kick in shit. They made more money than me, but I got all the goddamn bills. I ain't fucking with y'all no more. That's what I make my own. And I was like this. I'll make my own goddamn group. Fuck it. And he gave me Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Andre Harrell, and Alonzo. What's Alonzo's last name?
Alonzo. That's funny. I do know it too.
He gave me Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
And Alonzo, can I think of his
Brown?
name?
I don't know.
Maybe Alonzo Williams. It could be.
I don't remember.
So.
I'm gonna look it up. But he gave me them two just to make up for to make up whatever. By that time I made up my mind I was gonna start me a group. Fuck it. And that's what
So you guys didn't go through a Pumpkin and the All Stars phase. And was UTFO big out in California?
They were okay in the club. I never had them out here. They came out. They did some stuff.
Roxanne, the song.
Roxanne songs did good. Yeah, I had booked Real Roxanne. I started booking shows again through other people. I booked Real Roxanne at Skateland. I booked Salt and Pepper at Skateland. I had LL Cool J at Dudo's. Had New Edition at Dudo's. We had a bunch of folks. I mean, even back then, it was still a battle for supremacy between R&B and hip hop. Because I'd get hip hop acts one week,
but it wasn't even called hip hop like that. See, it was said to be hip hop, but hip hop was the culture. It was called rap music.
Right.
Now, I go into it with you when that change came about, when the huge tours, like the Fresh Festival came out.
Right.
And everybody came through Grandmaster Flash. So you never booked like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
No.
They were huge.
They were too big for me. They were too big for me at that time. And after the what's that Swatch thing they did at Long Beach, everybody
Fat Boys, Fat Boys. And people forget that. But big up to the Fat Boys all the time. Kool Ski, Prince Marky D, and the Human Beatbox. I mean, huge.
I love the Fat Boy. I love them fat fuckers, man.
Huge artists. And people kind of dismiss it. And I listen to people try to critique hip hop from those days to today. And I say, stop. You can't do that.
You can't do it, man.
You can't go back to that time and say, oh, that wasn't anything. They weren't saying nothing. The Fat Boys song, Fat Boys.
Fat
huge
Boys.
Huge song.
Hey,
they were one of the first rap groups to have a major deal with Swatch. Because I know their manager. Because he was Ed and my manager, Charles Stetler. Big shout to Charlie for doing that. I mean, there was a lot of innovative guys out there when this music was going on. And what people don't realize, it wasn't everywhere. So when we did Young TV Raps, the reason I believe it was so successful, because it wasn't on the radio everywhere. So the only place you can get your fix is you had to watch it on television.
Right.
Sir Mix-a-Lot. I remember when Sir Mix-a-Lot came out with Posse on Broadway, and Chuck and them were like, "Yo, Dre, somebody was taking your stuff." Like, oh, come on, I can't believe this guy. He's doing Posse on Broadway, which was close to us doing what we did with Knowledge Me.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? So what? Let's keep going on. That's the thing I loved about doing rap music, hip hop, and being creative. It kept our creative juices flowing.
Right. Now we may have been a little bit. We didn't steal like these cats. We didn't copy like these guys did here. These guys nowadays they copy. All they do is repeat what somebody else did.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna criticize them hard or judge them. What I'm gonna say is they're doing what they do at their time, because when we came out doing what we did, we got criticized from the artists that were before us, the Spoonie G's of the world, the Treacherous Threes and Kumo D's, and the Mastodon committees, Funk Box, and all that stuff. They came out. Everybody had their moment in what they were doing. But the one thing in the early days of rap music is you couldn't get caught biting somebody else's style or biting their music. It was like Because the biggest rap battle on record at one point was MC Shan versus LL Cool J, where Shan did a song called Beat Biter, and it wasn't LL's fault that the original Rock the Bells, and this is a Rick Rubin story I'll tell in the book, but not here, too deep. Rick borrowed a Marley March track called Marley Scratch, and LL did it over the original Rock the Bells, which was Marley Marl Scratch. And that's when MC Shan came out with Beat Biter. But you have to be careful. LL's a mean man with a pen. No joke. He's a mean man with a pen. And when Jack the Ripper came for you, you better be right. You better be right. And I'll tell stories about that. It's going to be in this documentary. I talk about how the music and its changing, its evolution, nationally. Because I was blessed to travel with it, going to Philly. I did a show, and I just thought about this because I was reading Will Smith's book, Will. I did a show with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince when they did Girls of the World Ain't Nothing But Trouble. Early Will Smith. Not so confident. This is before parents just don't understand. We did it with him. It was the Beastie Boys, original concept. It was 3 Times Dope. Oh, because we did it for a DJ in Philly named Lady B, and she was like the biggest DJ in Philly at the time, because she played rap music and hip hop and R&B. Excuse me.
Bernadette just came back in. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that show was so much fun and so crazy. And all of us piled in the room at this stadium, because she still does the show to this day. And everybody comes out and does their thing. And I remember when we first came out there, and I was DJing for the Beasties and at the performance original content. That was the funniest thing of the night.
All right. All right, that folks. We almost time to wrap up, Dre. This hour went by fast, man. I got somebody said that Lars Desis says 20 years from now, a bunch of 40 somethings will be talking about the good old days when it was all about skinny jeans and being named Little Ding Dong and Baby Pee Pee. You know what? You ain't lied. You ain't never lied. That I had to read that one right there. That one right there. Never lied. Ain't never lied. Ain't never lied.
Oh,
little
goodness.
Little nut sack.
Yeah.
So yeah, folks. But you know something though? The part I like about what we established is we are able here as Bernadette, close your ears, as fucking senior citizens to talk about that shit. So
hey, look, speak for yourself, senior.
Come on.
I ain't a senior citizen
Bullshit.
Yet. I am not a senior citizen yet.
Bullshit. According to your beard. According to your beard, goddammit, you are a senior citizen.
Oh no.
Let me tell you something. I will not be a senior.
Look at hip hop beard game.
Last record and the last beat. Matter of fact, Lonzo, I'm letting you know in 2 years, when I throw my 60th birthday party, I'm gonna show you how much of a senior I'm not.
55 is senior, baby. 55.
You're gonna have a ball.
I'm coming.
You're gonna have a ball there.
I'm coming.
We're gonna shake it. We're gonna drop it, and we're gonna play the music of the time that we like. So you're gonna get that 70s disco dance, but you're also gonna get that Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You're also gonna get UTFO. You're gonna get Roxanne Shante. You're gonna get some Big Daddy Kane, and we're gonna have some fun.
Let's do
We're
it.
gonna sweat.
Let's
We're
do
gonna
it.
do a sweat hour.
Let's
So
do it.
everybody, and I'm telling you, women, take your shoes off, bring your
Bernadette ain't got
flats.
hers on right no way.
Dudes, get sneakers on. We're gonna tear.
Look at that dirty South, Mississippi. We wear shoes in Mississippi.
It's gonna be loops. It's gonna be everything at this time, and we're gonna have a ball.
All right, folks.
It's gonna just be a ball.
Dr. Dre, much love to you. I'll see you next Thursday, baby. Legendary Connects, y'all. Coming back every Thursday, 6 o'clock. Me and Dr. Dre with Bernadette co-hosting, and Dusty will be popping in from time to time as well. All right, folks, we got to wrap the show up. Thank you very much, Bernadette. Thank you very much, Dre. Much love, folks. Our chat room, everybody, thank you for all the donations. Much love to you, folks. Thank you very much for watching the show. We'll be back. Me and Dusty be back here Tuesday. Me and Dre on Thursdays, folks. In the meantime, folks, like I say all the time, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks, from Eve After Dark to concerts in the park. This is how we do it, folks. Much